Clifford Lee Burton, or affectionately known as Cliff Burton, was born on February 10, 1962, in Castro Valley, California. Burton's name became renowned not just from his birthdate, but from his dedication and talent in the world of music. At the age of 6, he began learning to play his first instrument, the piano. As a teenager, he picked up the bass and took lessons from September 1978 to January 1980. In his youth, Burton was struck by the tragedy of losing his brother due to a brain aneurysm. However, instead of succumbing to despair, he turned his grief into motivation. He started practicing bass 6 hours a day at the age of 13. Burton was determined to become the best, as he once said to a few people, "I'm going to be a great bass player, the best for my brother." During his teenage years, Burton enjoyed listening to blues, classical, country, and jazz genres. He also appreciated the works of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich first saw Cliff Burton in November 1982 at the Whiskey A Go-Go Club on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, where the bassist was jamming with his band Trauma. At that moment, Hetfield and Lars were captivated by Burton's performance. Lars said that Cliff Burton had to join Metallica. Lars was impressed by Burton's demeanor and aura, which suited Metallica perfectly. Initially, Cliff Burton was hesitant to join Metallica. He agreed to join only if the band was willing to relocate to San Francisco. In 1982, Cliff Burton joined Metallica. Burton contributed to Metallica's first 3 albums, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets. These 3 albums were successful, elevating Cliff Burton's name among favorite musicians. He was known for his lead bass style, where the bass was played melodically with skillful execution. His mastery technique involved emphasizing harmonic foundations, making Metallica's music stand out from others. As Metallica's success continued to grow, a tragic event occurred. On September 27, 1986, Cliff Burton died in a bus accident in Kronoberg, rural Sweden. At that time, Metallica was on tour for the Master of Puppets album. On the night of September 26, 1986, Metallica was touring in Sweden. Because their tour bus wasn't very comfortable, Burton and guitarist Kirk Hammett played cards to determine who would sleep in the best position on the bus. The bassist got the ace of spades, the highest card, and had the right to choose the sleeping spot. Eventually, Cliff chose Hammett's spot. "Okay, no problem, go ahead and sleep in my spot. I'll sleep up front, maybe it's better," said Hammett, recounting the incident. Cliff, who chose the most comfortable sleeping spot on the bus, was thrown out through the window when the bus skidded. What's worse, the bus then crushed the body of the 24-year-old musician. Rescue efforts were made by lifting the bus using a crane. Once again, a disaster occurred as the crane slipped and the bus being lifted fell, piercing Burton's body for the second time. The driver told authorities that the bus skidded because it went over a layer of ice on the road they were traveling on. Vocalist James Hetfield later walked the road wearing only socks and underwear, searching to see if the driver's claim of a thin layer of ice on the road surface causing the skid was true. Hetfield found no ice layer. He suspected that the driver was either drunk or drowsy and unable to control the bus properly. Cliff Burton's body was then cremated, and his ashes were scattered at Maxwell Ranch in California. The song Orion by Metallica was performed during the ash scattering ceremony. A memorial plaque was erected in the area, displaying the bassist's birth and death dates, along with a snippet of lyrics from the song, "To Live is to Die," which reads, "Cannot the kingdom of salvation take me home?" Cliff's death was a profound loss for Metallica and metal music fans. Metallica paid tribute to Cliff by releasing the video, Cliff 'Em All, 1987, incorporating some of his riffs and poetry from the song, "To Live is to Die," which appeared on the 1988 album. Burton's peers responded to this tragedy in various ways. Former Metallica guitarist Dave Mustaine wrote a song titled, "In My Darkest Hour," for his band, Megadeth. The song was written after Mustaine heard the news of Burton's death. Meanwhile, the band Anthrax dedicated their album, Among the Living, to Burton. Cliff's position was filled by Jason Newsted a few months later. Cliff Burton was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Metallica on April 4, 2009. He was voted the 9th greatest bass player of all time in a 2011 online readers' poll conducted by Rolling Stone magazine. Master of Puppets remains an unforgettable legacy left by Burton. The album showcased a unique style of bass playing at the time. Cliff Burton transformed traditional bass playing into a varied style with melodic elements typically reserved for lead guitarists. The album sold over 6 million copies worldwide. Leaving an eternal legacy in the world of metal music, Cliff Burton will always be remembered as a legend who inspired millions of fans with his extraordinary bass playing. Rest in peace, Cliff. Thank you for your dedication and everlasting legacy.